You're listening to the Daily Sales Tips podcast, and I'm your host, Scott Ingram. Today's tip comes from Meshell Baker. Meshell is a certified sales confidence igniter and an authentic selling crusader. She helps business owners and sales leaders tap into unlimited human potential to create diverse and inclusive culture change and disrupt the sales training status quo. Here she is.
Hello and welcome to today's Daily Sales Tip. And today I have for you a quote. And the quote is from Coco Chanel. It is, "In order to be irreplaceable, one must always be different." So this quote leads us to the topic is master being you. And I'll say it again, master being you. Many people are out there doing what they think they need to have to, should be doing to acquire sales success. They're learning skills, they're taking marketing, they're paying for trends, they're doing all the things that are external to generate sales success. And the interesting part about selling is buyers buy for emotional reasons and they justify with logic. So the emotional connections that we make with our potential buyers and prospects and current clients emotionally, it comes from our confidence, the belief we have in oneself. And that is something you cannot fake in the midst of a sales conversation. And how you overcome and how you're able to deliver that excellence in who you are and what you believe you're capable of delivering for that prospect and that opportunity begins with you mastering yourself. And I'll give you a couple of tips and tools that you can actually use going forward so that you can, if you aren't already there and the master of self, here are a couple of things that you can actually do. One of the things is thinking about being brave and courageous. And brave and courageous means that you're going out the comfort zone. You're facing fear head on. And why is that important in selling? Well, every sale is different, and all day long, you are dealing with people who you don't know what they're going to say. You have no clue of what that prospect response is, right? Remember, as a human being, we have anywhere from 50 to 70,000 thoughts in a day. So attempting to guess what someone's going to say and make it up is ridiculous. Just be prepared to be confident enough that you know enough, you are well enough equipped and prepared to respond accordingly to keep that opportunity on the path to a sales transaction where it's a win-win for all involved. And you will only do that when you can deal with the emotions that rise up inside of you and have a tendency to put you towards fear, which is flight, instead of excitement, which allows you to remember all that you already know and how awesome you already are. Another tip is self-discipline. Self-discipline, like those are the habits and the consistency and those things, those are important because that means you're keeping your word to yourself. And so the first relationship you have is always with yourself. And if you are not keeping your word to yourself, you will not believe that other people will keep their word to you, and your mind will go negative when you don't hear from someone, when they don't respond to the email, when they are pausing and taking a long time to respond. You will think worst case scenario and start to not believe that anybody is going to say yes to you because you haven't said yes to you. So self-discipline is really how you formulate that conversation internally where you're really taking care of yourself and you believe that others are wanting, or you are keeping your word to yourself, and you actually believe that other people too will want to keep their word to you. Another one is developing insight. So developing insight is powerful because this means you trust yourself. This means that you are more inclined to do what you know is right and what you know is true for you versus what you think you should do or what someone else said you should do. And this will take you to that place where you will really start to next level your career, your business, and everything, because everything you need to know is already inside of you. You are already have your whole script is in you. It's that we are taught to go look outside of us, that someone knows better. And this keeps you aligned. Remember, you're the one who set the target. You set the goals. The company may have gave it to you. And when you said yes to it, you took ownership of it and trusting that you have the ability to exceed and excel and bypass it is trusting yourself. So that is part of developing insight. And the last thing I'm going to tell you before I wrap this up is a positive environment. Really understand that surrounding yourself with people is how you soar. Alone, we can do so little. Together, we can do so much. That's a Helen Keller quote. And together, you're only going to soar when you're with the eagles. When you're with the chickens, baby, nothing's going to happen. So think about the people you have in your inner circle close to you. Do they light you up? And are you lighting them up in return? And this is how you will begin to master yourself. And trust me, once you master yourself, you will be amazed at how many more people say yes, how many more referrals, repeat business, and recommendations you have coming your way. Thank you and have a great day selling.
Do yourself a favor and click over to DailySales.Tips/1087, where you'll find links to more from Meshell and, of course, to her LinkedIn profile where you can connect with her. Once you've done that, be sure to come back tomorrow for another great sales tip. Thanks for listening.